Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm here. I am very excited because after today, well, I guess. Well, yeah, after today, but Tuesday, I will be completely blind as to what will be happening. Because today, we are finishing the Nightmare story of Alan Wake. With that being said, let me take one last look at the achievements to see what all we can get. Uh, there is one achievement. Well, we're gonna get 3 achievements today, which is cuckoo. We're gonna get Alan Wake Up, which is completing the game on Nightmare difficulty. We'll get Collector's Edition, which is finding all the manuscript pages in the game, including the ones in Nightmare mode. And we're going to be getting Gunless Wonder. Make it to Cauldron Lake without firing a single shot in On the Road to Cauldron Lake. This is going to be a doozy. This is, I won't lie, it might suck a little bit. But you know what? If it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth it. You know? So, with that being said, let me see. Hold on. Okay. So, for this entire first section of this episode, we cannot fire a single shot from our gun. Jesus Christ. You know what? I'm ready. I'm gonna assume you're ready. And I'm gonna stop stalling. Let's get into it.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI.
Well, that's wrong.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The
Uh-oh. So, okay, I know what's happening. Yes, on Tuesday, I went back into the first part of episode 5 because I was going to get an achievement, but then I changed my mind. So I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to do the entire second half of that episode over again real quick, and then we will get to the new stuff.
Wait, we're gonna have to shake these things. We'll meet up at the plants.
Yeah, sorry, kitten. I had to get ready for stream, and Luis didn't feel like waiting, so sorry. But you know what? You're here now, so that's all that matters. The good thing is we don't have to like stop for anything, like looking for manuscript pages. We can just go. So I'm gonna try to speedrun it a little bit. If I remember correctly, this is a relatively short episode, as long as you're not like looking for collectibles and stuff. So this shouldn't take too awfully long. You know, granted I don't die every 5 seconds.
This is good work for a night person.
What's the objective? So for this episode, once we, you know, get back to where we were, we are going for an achievement called Gunless Wonder. And to get that achievement, I have to get through the entire first half of the episode without firing my gun once. And other than that, just completing the game.
The power plant glowed in the night. It was close, but I had to find a way across.
Definitely could have saved that flare.
Most of us are skilled professionals.
Oh, here's a question. Would you prefer I just skip the cutscenes so that we can get back to where we were quicker, or do you want to watch them again? I don't care either way, but it's fine. All right. Cool, cool. Oh, I missed a sign here. Lieutenant William T.G. Randall Memorial Bridge. This bridge has been designated as a memorial in honor and in recognition of Lieutenant William T.G. Randall, 1919 to 1981, a World War II POW and recipient of the Distinguished Service Cross. He died of injuries received during his successful rescue of 2 children from a burning car crashed at this location. Rest in peace, William Randall.
I couldn't get across until I found a...
Yeah, how's buckshot taste? He didn't get me this time, because I remembered. Sure is a slow bridge.
More birds!
Are we men dreaming of being butterflies or butterflies?
We managed to lose the flock. You're almost at the power plant. Keep going. We'll give you support.
Maybe the move is to just kind of run and gun my way to the power plant.
The birds are back. Link, we can't stay here. Get inside. Call us when you know what the plan is.
I never noticed these batteries being here.
I recognized the logo on the power plant sign. I'd seen a version of it painted all over the area, signifying hidden caches of supplies.
Hold it right there.
Miss Weaver! Cynthia! I'm a friend!
Prove it.
You knew Zane! Thomas Zane! You're the Lady of the Light in the song! You can help me!
About time. Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you.
Oh, why did Alan do a little jump? I did not press spacebar, Alan. What was that? He just felt all giddy about getting to the power plant.
It's in the well-lit room.
Excuse me?
What you'll need to drive the darkness back. The well-lit room is at the dam. I built the room to keep it safe.
Will it help me find Alice? Will it get me back to the cabin? Fine, let's go. I can get my friends to come back with the helicopter.
Oh, we won't go outside. Never at night. That's rule number 1. You've been breaking the rules, young man, and where has that gotten us, No, I have a secret route, a lit route, an old water pipe. Something was damaged at the transformer yard. It's draining all the reserve power. Without it, the pipe will go dark. The power to the yard must be cut.
Let me guess. You want me to do it?
Young man, you're the one who likes to break the rules. I can't be outside in the dark. The kill switch is outside.
Okay.
I have been preparing for these times, the dark tides. You have found my caches, haven't you? You can see the signs. Very few.
Oh, were you not here yesterday when or not yesterday, but Tuesday when we did this episode? You were not. Okay. So I see. So that was Cynthia Weaver. She is an old friend of the last person who was being used by the Dark Presence, like Alan was. And that person gave Cynthia something that could help to fight the Dark Presence. And she has it hidden in a bunker, and we need her to go and open it for us. So that's why we're helping her. Yes, Granny is our friend. She's also the one that's been leaving all the caches with the yellow paint. That's her stuff. She was leaving it for us.
Weaver had sent me to cut the power to the transformer yard. I was willing to do grunt work for her to get her to help me. I hoped Weaver was dependable. I'd stumbled into this crazy world a little over a week ago. She had been living this insanity for decades. I could see the kill switch that would cut the power to the transformer yard. Now I had to find a way to reach it. Who designs these things?
Crap. Thought I could make it. I could not.
Who designs these things?
I mean, I could make it over the first one, but I gotta wait a second for the second one.
The transformer yard went dark and dead. Weaver's water pipe passage should now be good to go.
Take care of your tools.
Oh, hello. Oh my god. I thought you were dead. Go down! I used 6 on that guy. Jesus. Nightmare mode is crazy, man. Alright, Cynthia, let's go.
This way, young man. Follow me. Come, come. The pipe's empty now. We're ready to go. This way. We need to go. I knew them both, Tom and...
Hold on one second, I'll be right back.
I had...
Sorry.
Mic off. Mic on.
Okay. Sorry. I'm back. I'm back. We're good.
Such a crush on him. Such a beautiful man. I was jealous. There was A part of me that was maybe a little glad when she had the accident. And then Tom started writing and woke the darkness up. He tried to bring her back, but you can't do that. There are no free rides like that.
I'm starting to realize that.
In that case, young man, perhaps you're a smarter man than Tom was. The witch looked like her, but it wasn't. Barbara was sweet. He didn't understand until it was too late. He tried to undo it, wrote himself, her, everything he'd ever written out of the world. He was so famous. And afterward, no one knew. Oh, Tom. He left only one thing behind in my care, in case it happened again. Insurance. He trusted me. Or perhaps used me a little. Tom knew how I felt. Knew I wouldn't refuse him. I built the well-lit room and put it there. It's been waiting for you. We are characters trapped in a story you have written, and none of us will survive to see the end of it if the darkness isn't stopped. She'll twist the story to her own dark ends.
How do you know all this?
Tom, that's the way he wrote it. He still talks to me, you know, in television, from beyond, from below. We have both been touched by the darkness, young man. He saved us both with light, but the darkness stays with you. Leaves a stain. This pipe will take us directly to the well-lit room.
Okay, I need to call my friends, tell them where we're going.
Hello? Al!
Barry, we're headed to the dam in one of the pipes. Meet us there.
Okay, I'll tell Sarah.
It's Sarah now?
Whoa! No! For the sweet love of...
Barry! Barry! We gotta go see if they're okay.
They're probably dead. You must reach the well-lit room. This is no time to be a selfish idiot.
That's my best friend.
Well, be a fool. I'll use the pipe. I'll meet you at the dam if you make it.
At least I didn't have to worry about her. She knew how to stay safe.
All right. It says live. It says live. Does it is it live or is it lying to me? He's live. Okay. Okay. It like lost connection for a second. I don't know what that was. My Wi-Fi didn't go out. Like I was still at 5 bars. I don't know. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Let's just hope it's a one-time occurrence and get back to it.
Barry! Sheriff Breaker! Sarah!
The crash site looked bad, but as far as I could tell, the wreck was empty.
Speaking of Fortnite, I genuinely don't know why I was so stuttery. Like, oh, I forgot that happened.
Barry!
My frames are perfect right here. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. So I think it literally is just that Fortnite, like the graphics of Fortnite have gotten so crazy that this older monitor can't
Hang in
support
there,
it
I'm coming!
anymore.
Hell? Back, you freaks!
Fight him off! No, get back! Fight him off! Freeze!
You see that?
Keep shooting! Oh, no you don't! Stay back! Hold it right there! Oh, no you don't!
You know when to make an entrance, Wake. We were ready to make like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I have a different ending in mind.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
I knew you'd be all right.
How's that?
The Flaming Eye of Mordor?
Laugh it up, funny man. Didn't we have somewhere to go?
Weaver will meet us at the dam.
Kitten, do you at least remember Barry and Sheriff Weaver here? Oh, where'd they go? There they are. You remember these two, Kitten?
When you spend most of your night running uphill while a crazy bunch of demon hicks try to take your head off with an axe, you know your helicopter crash landed in Night Springs.
Oh, I should have kept that gym
You
membership.
see those lights? That's the elevator we need to take.
She's left. She's gone. Kitten's not here anymore. She's out of here.
What the hell is that thing? It's everywhere! Oh, crap!
Oh,
There's
hello.
more than one of them!
Nothing moves like that. It's impossible.
Oh, there you are.
Ah! Al! Do something!
What are you fighting? Is your internet also down? I don't know what's going on. It keeps like disconnecting for a couple seconds and then it's fine.
Are we safe?
That was... wow. I think we're okay.
Is the stream quality like
Hey,
good
Al,
otherwise?
I got a bad feeling.
Like other
Let's
than
keep our eyes
This
open.
is a bad idea.
it
I know
like
we're gonna regret
disconnecting
this.
every now and then?
Wake, call the elevator. I'm keeping watch.
I think I hear something moving around.
That's so weird. I don't know. If you don't mind, I guess I could go and see if anyone's messing with it. Cause someone could be messing with it, doing something. I think I am gonna go check. So, okay, I'll put it on Be Right Back. And I will let you know. I went and asked around, and nobody else is having any troubles with it. Nobody was messing with it. I guess let's just see if it works right. Okay. All right. Let me get this back to the game. There we go. We're almost back at the end of the chapter, and then we can actually
Heads
start
up! Here they come!
episode 6.
Oh no!
They're coming! We have to hold them off!
Freeze! Oh no! Oh no!
That's far enough!
Oh no! I swear this is the slowest elevator in the world!
Stay back! Keep shooting! Get back! It's almost here, Wake. Just hold on! Keep shooting! Stay back! Damn it! I lost the perp! We're almost there. There's an entrance into the dam at the top. What's the plan, Wake?
Well, Weaver's crazy, but she's got something Zane left behind. Something to fix this.
Gee, could you be a little more vague?
Thomas Zane? Seriously? Might as well be Paul Bunyan or Bigfoot.
Yeah, well, he was real.
Let's be careful, okay?
Oh, 1 second. All right, sorry. I am back.
Jeez, I hate this!
Okay, Wake. There's a button over there that opens the door. I think something's broken. Hold the button down so we can get in.
Excuse me.
Ow! Ow! Wait!
What's going on?
We can get to the dam through here. What's happening out there?
You guys go ahead and find Weaver. She should be in the dam now. I'll have to make it alone through the top.
Okay, Wake. Good luck. Don't get yourself killed.
Ow! Please, be careful!
I'll take good care of Barry, Wake. You just look after yourself.
You gotta be kidding me. Down, boy.
Alright. Almost there. Probably 10 minutes at most, and then we can actually get to the main event of this episode.
Fishing can be a hobby or a job.
I was ridiculously outnumbered. The searchlight could even the odds.
Enough. You will go no further. Stop. Stop now. Young man, come quickly now! Inside! You made it. Well done. I'm glad I was wrong. But it was a foolish chance to take. Don't worry about the noise. We're safe here. I have looked after the well-lit room for many, many years now. There is no shadow in the well-lit room. The power is fail-safe, and all the bulbs are numbered and changed regularly based on their make and model.
Right.
Alright. Just gonna
There's an
walk
old
forward a
army base
little
at
bit.
Rain Cove
and we're
Point, north
done.
of here. It was active during the Second World War. They operated here back then. They must have built this.
Yes, they did. It's my place now.
Here we go.
Take it, and I won't need to worry about the room anymore, because 6 and 33 and 118 need changing soon, and I don't want to climb up the ladder to change them because it's very late and I'm tired. And if you take it, I won't have to do that anymore.
The page was autobiographical, a memory from my childhood. But I didn't write this. It was a page written by Thomas Zane. None of them were supposed to exist anymore.
Alan, 7 years old, would fight sleep to the bitter end. When he did sleep, he soon woke up, screaming, the nightmares fresh in his mind. One evening, his mother, sitting by his bed, offered him an old light switch. She called it the clicker, and flicking the switch would turn on a magical light that would drive the beast away. To imbue the talisman with all possible power, she added that it had been given to her by Alan's father. Alan never knew him, and anything of his took on mythical proportions in his mind. With the clicker firmly in his hand, Alan finally slept like a baby. Now, almost 30 years later, Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
My mind swirled. I'd given the clicker to Alice, yet it was here. Zane had written it into existence in a story I had written. I can get to her now. I can finish this.
All right.
Previously on Alan Wake, I wrote a horror story that has come true.
Final episode!
The same in the 70s.
You will go no further.
If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story. No one will survive.
You knew Zane! Thomas Zane! You're the Lady of the Light in the song!
He left something behind to help me. The clicker.
Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
I can get to her now. I can finish this.
New York City 2 years ago.
I had a hangover. My head was about to explode and the light hurt my eyes. I needed my sunglasses and painkillers to dull the pain. In one of my finer moments of self-deception, I swore to quit drinking. The sunglasses made the world look bearable. Now I could keep my eyes open without feeling like a vampire in the sun.
How do we feel about Alan with sunglasses on? Doesn't even have his beard. Well, I say beard. Not really a beard per se.
The pills worked fast. The prospect of being awake started to seem bearable again. There was a message waiting for me on the machine.
You have one new message.
Ow! Are you still asleep? Wakey, wakey! You should have your show on your TiVo. If Alice wasn't too mad to record it. As she called me earlier and really chewed me out. Yeah, we went a little overboard last night. But parties are a part of this business. Al, look, I'm saying this as your friend. She's not doing your career any favors by trying to run your life like that, okay? I'll talk to you later, Al. Watch the show!
I'd been a guest on the talk show the previous night, talking about my latest book. The show was supposed to be waiting for me on our TiVo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Harry Garrett Show.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We have a great show tonight. I've been talking with the best-selling author Alan Wake about his new book, The Sudden Stop.
Yeah, good read. Go buy it.
No, it is a good read. Look, I'm gonna be honest here.
Is that wise?
No, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I got people who give me the lowdown on books. I'm a busy guy. But this one, I actually read from cover to cover. I mean, I'm a big fan.
Wow, thanks.
Now, this might be a spoiler for those who haven't read the book yet. Based on the sales figures, the 2 people out there who haven't read the book yet. But this last book is all about the death of the main character, the hard-boiled New York detective, Alex Casey. Now, there's been a lot of outrage about this. Why the hell did you kill Casey? What the hell were you thinking, man?
Good riddance. No, seriously though, 7 years and 6 books is a long time. He was a gloomy guy to spend all your working hours with, and it was a good run. But it's time to explore new things. My next book will be a departure from the old for me.
You selfish bastard, always thinking of yourself. Well, you've certainly given us a lot of entertainment over the years. And now that you mention it, Casey was a gloomy guy. Never had much luck with his love life with the ladies. Was that autobiographical in any way?
Yeah, no kidding. Casey's lady friends tended to die on him. With Casey, it was all about his pain. No, nothing autobiographical about that. I'm a happily married man. My wife is my muse.
Well, congratulations. That's great to hear. So, how's the publicity tour been treating you?
Good, great. But I gotta say, I'm glad to be back home in New York.
Well, you've certainly been on the news a lot lately. Lots of parties and, you got into a fight with some paparazzi.
Oh, man. Well, that guy was really in my face. I lost my temper. I know that wasn't cool.
You are famous for that temper.
Well, I did also write several books.
Well, your latest novel is called The Sudden Stop, and it's in bookstores now. Go get it. That means the 2 of you out there who haven't bought it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you tonight. I want to thank all our guests for the evening. Alan Wake, Sam
Sounds
Lake.
good.
Once more, do the face for us, Sam. There it is. And our musical guests, Poets of the Fall. Thank you, and good night.
At least I'd been funny. I told myself I could live with that.
Hey, honey. Did you watch the show?
I didn't say anything stupid if that's what you want to know.
Okay, Grumpy. You want an aspirin or something?
Are you going to start with me about drinking now?
You know what? Go back to sleep, Alan.
What? Now you can't even talk to me?
Well, this morning I was angry because you said you'd be home at midnight and you showed up at 7 a.m. and passed out in mid-sentence. Now I'm over it. Are you angry?
This goddamn tour. It's gotten out of hand.
Oh, honey. It's almost over, right? We can get back to normal. Then you can start writing again.
I'm sorry, honey.
Alan, you're not thinking straight. Just take a shower and go back to bed, huh?
Yeah, you're right, honey. To be just right. Zane tried to cut some corners, and it didn't end well.
Okay, ready when you are.
I'm sorry, Sarah, but I need to do this alone. Barry, take her gun. Miss Weaver, close the door when I leave.
Good luck, Al.
See you later. When I got out, it was warm and sunny. I'd flicked the switch of the clicker. Had it done this? I didn't stop to question it. I had to take advantage of the sunlight to get to the lake. On Zane's page, I'd stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, about to use the clicker. That's where I was headed.
Alright. Time to try to not use my gun once. I say try. I'm going to get this achievement. And I'm gonna do it if it's the last thing I ever do.
Alone, in daylight, surrounded by the beauty of the Pacific Northwest landscape, It was hard not to let doubt creep in one last time. I could still chalk everything up to a dream, a delusion. I had enough imagination to make up something like this, having been in the cabin all this time, trapped in a story inside my head, gone mad from grief over Alice's death like Hartman had claimed. There would be no way of knowing. I told myself it didn't really matter. My course was set.
Lovely. Alright. Let's get to it. Is it buffering again? Like, was it reconnecting again? I didn't notice anything on my side. Then again, I wasn't really looking at it all that intently. I'll keep an eye on it and see if it's doing anything. Let me see if I can read this. No, I cannot. Because there is an achievement for reading all the signs in the game. And I have no idea, like, which ones I'm missing or where they're at. Oh. Come on. There we go. Alright. Back to it. Well, maybe not. Is there anything here? No. Okay. Yeah, great. Alright. There goes my safety.
The darkness had touched me. There was a link between us, always would be. I could feel its presence again, getting closer.
I will kill your wife.
Back up. Oh yeah, how many oh my god, 4. Jesus. Oh, I pressed a button. I think it was my Windows button. Get me out of here. I think... Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is... But I don't wanna... Okay, I'll look for pages. Here, how about this? Let me just unbind my shoot key. Let me just unbind that. Oh, but it's also minigame action, so I can't just unbind it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
This had obviously been the room where Agent Nightingale had stayed when he hadn't been busy harassing me.
Yeah, those are...
Muse, and a magic lake which gave a life to the words the poet used. Now the muse she was his happiness, and he rhymed about her grace, and told her stories of treasures deep beneath the blackened waves, till in the stillness of one dawn, still in its misty crown, the muse she went down to the lake, and in the waves she drowned.
Dang. Okay. So that's obviously talking about Thomas Zane and the real Barbara Jagger. I don't care. Away with you. Away with you. I can't. God dang it. Ugh. Hold on. Let me ban it real quick. Let me ban it real quick. Getting it. Getting it. I'm swatting the bug. Ban. There we go. It's gone. It's gone. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's get back to it. So, what did we learn from that one? Thomas Zane had a girlfriend that drowned. Got it.
Agent Nightingale had stayed here, in room number 2.
Let's get out of here. Okay. I'm gonna get the nice looking car actually. I love cars that look like this. I guess I just love older cars, just kind of in general, I guess. I don't know if I ever went and looked at this place over here. Hold on. Let's see if there's... No. Okay. Oh. Better to make sure than to miss out on... Oh my god, oh my god. Woo, 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 woo. We're good. We're good. Ow, my face. God, that was bright.
Nice to see you too.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure I still haven't fired a single shot yet. Not that we're anywhere near the end of this section, just, you know, keeping track. That is a monster truck. Jesus Christ. Interesting. Interesting. So basically, Thomas promised to write about Barbara in his books after she drowned, and that promise woke up the Dark Presence. I think. I'm pretty sure. Can you not run at me at supersonic speeds, please? That is a school bus. Okay. I have to get out of here. Okay. Ow. I don't have to get rid of all of this stuff.
Modern camping equipment is lightweight. You can learn about nature and yourself.
Get away! Alright. That section was actually kind of hard when I was actually shooting everything. So, it's nice to be able to just run past it all. Actually, no, let me just drive up there. Hello? I was stuck in the animation of picking up the hunting rifle. That was the game's fault, not mine. That was the game's fault, not mine. Yep. That's what I'm gonna stick with. I just lost some frames there. Ignore that. All visitors must see the yard manager. You must sign a liability waiver before entering the yard. If you're looking for a specific part, ask for it first. Before you pull it, you must bring your own tools. Wear protective clothing. Warning, junk piles may shift. Hazardous area. Okie day. Hello. The Poet and the Muse lyrics 3.
The Poet and the Muse, lyrics by Old Gods of Asgard, the third verse. In the dead of night she came to him with darkness in her eyes, wearing a mourning gown, sweet words as her disguise. He took her in without a word, for he saw his grave mistake, and vowed them both to silence deep beneath the lake. Now, if it's real or just a dream, one mystery remains, for it is said on moonless nights they may still haunt this place.
So... Sounds good. Okay, so this is talking about how Thomas wrote out everything relating to him and Barbara that he had written, and basically made it so that he didn't exist anymore. I'm pretty sure, at the very least. Pretty certain that's what it's talking about. That's cool. Okay. Cool. Just toss that downstairs real quick. Oh, hello. Let me just run by you. Give me my flare. Give me my flare. Get in the truck. Get in the truck. Okay. We're good. We're good. Oh. Is it up again? I caught it. I saw it that time. I saw that it said it disconnected. I paused it. Are we back? It says it's live. So I'm gonna assume that we're back. I genuinely have no idea what's happening. I don't know why it's doing that. Alright. We are good. Oh. Thought I was about to go flying off that mountain. Jesus Christ.
When I told Barry my plan back in the well-lit room, I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was operating on the shifting logic of a dream. I had to fight my way to the lake through the horrors of the night. I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
Healthy amount of flashbangs. It's always good.
I will never give her to you.
Oh my god. Just die already. Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, flashbangs aren't bullets from guns. So I'm pretty sure I still have that achievement. When is this part gonna end? I just want my achievement, please. Hey there, pal.
I could see Mirror Peak in the distance. That's where Cauldron Lake was.
Oh, those are birds. Oh, there goes that minecart. Oh, there's a thing down there. I kind of want to go get it. Oh, 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 oh my god, oh my god. How am I alive? Alright, nice little resupply. What? What do you mean? Which part? The O or the minecart going off the track? Okay, I see, I see. Wait, Came out of nowhere. Oh. I almost stepped in that again. How many birds? How many birds could you possibly have? And I know I've probably said it before, but what is it with Eldritch Abominations and crows, dude? Why is it always crows? Why can't it be friggin' flamingos? Actually, I probably prefer fighting crows to flamingos if I'm being honest. Oh, damn. My god. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Double get away, triple get away. That hurts. Yep. Yep. Okay, let me throw a flare down. That'll keep him off me. Not for long, but like long enough to turn the light on at the very least. Get a second of rest. Can we not be throwing literal freaking... What is that, a boat? Is that a boat? How we... There's a boat, okay. Let me get up here. Now, did I shoot a gun? Yes. Did I forget what I was doing? Also, yes. Let's pray that going back to the checkpoint gets rid of me shooting that gun. Because if not, I'm gonna go haywire. I'm gonna go genuinely insane.
Oh, crap.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh, I thought that barrel came to life. Guys, go away! Oh my god. Now, I kind of remember this part sucking. Ooh, hello. Coffee thermos. Kind of remember this part sucking. Even when I was able to shoot. So... kind of scared. But, you know... I'm sure it'll be fine. Right? I'm sure we'll be perfectly fine. Is that a page? It is a page. It's my last one! Oh, collector's edition! Let's go. Alright. Zane's poem.
I'd first heard the poem in a dream, recited by a strange UFO-like light. I'd read it again in the cabin in a book by Thomas Zane. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been, to its ports I've been.
I have no idea what that means. I have just as little of an idea of what that means as I did at the start of the game. And I'll probably have to watch a story explain video for that to actually start clicking for me, but you know what? That's alright. You know? That is fine by me. Automa? What, were you trying to say something? I don't remember if I have, like, anything actually censored. I should probably do that at some point. But... Alright. I guess that part only sucked because I was trying to kill everything.
Turn back now.
Oh, hello. Oh, they're gone. Lovely. Wasted a flare. Ow, my face! Okay.
Alice never loved you.
Gunless Wonder. Make it to Cauldron Lake without firing a single shot. Okay. Lovely. Let's go. All right. Whew. Let's get this over with, yeah? Oh. Oopsie daisy.
You will.
Oh. Wow. For the record, I did this part on my first try, on my first playthrough. I guess I'm just bad at the game now.
You can't win. You will fail. It's all in your head. You're making this up.
Are we back? I caught it before before anything happened in the game. I think we're back. It says live. I'm gonna wait for confirmation here. Please, kidding. Are we back? Okay. Well, I'm gonna hope we're back, and I'm gonna unpause.
Hell!
Shh, baby. You were having a bad dream. It was just another nightmare.
No,
Everything's fine. You're home.
it wasn't a dream.
Everything's fine.
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on!
Shh, baby. The power's out. There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear of the dark.
My fear? It's your
I know, right? I don't know what's going on.
fear. Why aren't you afraid?
You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the clicker? What did you do with it?
Alan, you're scaring me now. Come back to bed. Have you taken your pills? Do you want me to call Dr. Hartman? I read your manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best work yet. You're a genius. I'm so proud of you. Come back to bed. We'll talk more about it in the morning. Come back to bed, Alan.
Come back to bed, Tom.
must find your way to the cabin. It stands in your way. It won't let you pass. It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light. Don't mind him. He's Mr. Scott. Your friends will meet him when you're gone.
I don't really want them to meet him, to be honest.
Use the clicker.
I'd rather just be missing. To be totally honest with you.
I followed the idea of a path.
I'm leaving you.
What?
I'm leaving you, Alan. I met someone. I'm in love with someone else.
Alice? No, what are you saying? You can't...
You don't love me. How could you when you don't even love yourself? All you do is torture yourself with work you can't do anymore.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse.
I'm not.
Who are you? What have you done with my Alice?
Alan? What are you doing? Put the light back on! What are you doing, Alan? Stop! Put the light back on!
It wasn't true. Nothing like that had ever happened. I had written myself across the ocean.
You're not my Barbara.
Tom, let me go. I promise to be good. Please, untie me, you naughty boy. I will help you write your masterpiece. I will love you forever.
No, you're not Barbara Jagger. I made a terrible mistake. I should have never written you back. You came back wrong. Your heart is filled with darkness.
Put that knife away, Thomas! Put it down!
My heart is filled with darkness. I'll cut it out. I'll take you back to the depths you came from.
Filled with darkness. I willed the cabin to be real.
Get away from me, you hag! Where am I? Let me go!
Alice! Alice! I'm coming!
Your husband refused to do as he was told. All he had to do was write what I wanted him to write. Now it's too late. It's his fault. You'll stay here forever.
Now you will never get her back.
I
much older than you. Older than your first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long journey through the night back into the light.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
They sure do love showing this overhead view. All right. There it is. Whew. I really like this game. It's fun to play, and it's fun to piece everything together with the manuscript pages. I know I didn't really look at any of them. But like I had already read all of them except for the Nightmare ones. So what is it doing? Oh, this is just an intro. Okay. So yeah. I guess that is the main story completed on Nightmare difficulty. Which means Tuesday we will be doing the special episode 1, The Signal, on Nightmare difficulty, of course. And the next Thursday we will be doing The Writer, as well as getting the what's it called? An Idyllic Small Town. We're getting that achievement next Thursday as well. So, yeah. You know what? Just real quick. Where does it put me if I do continue game?
Let me go.
Okay. Do you want to see all of the manuscript pages? Because if you would like to see them, I have no problem going through and listening to all of them. You do? All right. Let's add another 30 minutes to stream, yeah? So, we'll just go in order that they're given to us. So yeah. First page, the title page of the manuscript. I didn't nap for this. I didn't actually nap. I just kind of laid on my bed and watched TikTok until I got ready for the stream. So let's see if this puts me to sleep, yeah?
Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake. The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter. For a long time, the dark presence had been weak, sleeping. Nothing but a half-forgotten nightmare or a shadowy flicker in the corner of an eye in the forest at night. Not real enough to properly exist, and yet too evocative to fade away completely. Now it was waking up. The rider, like a fly caught in a spider's web, each jerk and kick vibrating the strands that led deep into its lair. It was aware of him now, and it could use him. All he'd need was a little incentive. I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs. At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice. I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman. "The cabin on Cauldron Lake?" she asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help, but I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice. Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling, caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him. Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend. Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that, not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong. Toby knew the smell. It was the man, the nice man who always gave him treats and never got tired of playing with him. Toby wagged his tail in excited anticipation and gave a joyous bark. Then there was another smell, a wrong smell, and it was alien enough to stop Toby in his tracks. Confused, he growled deep in his throat. The wrong smell came from the nice man. Blind animal terror pierced the dog's brain an instant before the axe followed suit. Barry took another sip of the heavenly coffee. He grinned at Rose. Surely this was love. Rose gushed on breathlessly. "The new one will be a masterpiece, I know it. You must tell him not to listen to the trolls in the forums saying Departure will never get finished. He should take his time and make it perfect. I can wait."
All right. That's all for episode 1. Episode 2.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge. It had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
So those two were for the book that was mentioned in the talk show, his latest book from 2 years ago. where the main character died, I assumed that was him narrating like what he was thinking in his final moments.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the Dark Presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power. The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed. Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry. The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page." The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe. In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would. I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more. Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost. On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign. and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw. When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified. The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond. The dark presence had touched the girl to lure the rider into a trap. Now it was night, and he lay helpless, drugged, lit only by the flickering of the TV screen filled with static. Shadows coalesced in the room as the dark presence leaned close to the rider, ready to touch him again. Back to work, boy. Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was. Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye. Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent had made. She let Wake go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on, something that reminded her of her father. She didn't think Wake would hurt his wife. Then she thought about the way he waded into Hartman, that hair-trigger rage flaring up without warning.
Sure, a lot of these.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around. Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here. There was no misunderstanding. Cauldron Lake was where Alice and I had stayed, but there was no cabin and no island. I was missing a week. What had happened to me? What had happened to Alice? I had to get her back. I couldn't face life without her.
All right. That's all for episode 2. Let me see how many are in episode 3. 1, 2, 3. 25. Jesus. All right. Feel free to tell me to stop at any time, by the way.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. and they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station. For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation. Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say. The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again. I slammed the door shut.
All right, all right. I think the stream is trying to tell me it's time to go now. Okay. Let me find it. Let me see if anyone is let me see if anyone is streaming. First of all, let me mute desktop audio so you can't hear me looking for someone to stream or to raid. Didn't matter, nobody is. Nobody usually is at this time anyway, so I don't know why I always look. All right. All right. Well, in that case, let's see. Today's Thursday, so Tuesday, like I said earlier, we'll be doing the first special episode, and then next Thursday we'll be doing the second special episode, which will end our Alan Wake 1 journey. The Tuesday after next, so in 2 Tuesdays, I am either going to do what was it? What was I thinking? God dang it. Give me a second. Let me remember. Let me remember. What was it? I don't remember. Okay, so in 2 Tuesdays, I was gonna do a choice, but I forgot what the second choice was gonna be. So instead, we're just gonna start Control. Because apparently, Control takes place in the Alan Wake universe. And it happens between Alan Wake 1 and 2. So, assuming I don't get Alan Wake's American Nightmare, which is, well, it's only $9. I might pick it up. We'll either do Alan Wake's American Nightmare or Control. And if we do Control, just assume I haven't gotten Alan Wake's American Nightmare yet. But yeah. With that being said, I believe that is everything that I have to say. So, bye.